What's going on, people? It's your man the YB back once again. So Eddie Hearn's head out. Deontay Wilder. Deontay down bad. Going outside. Deontay went all the way outside. Wilder. Eddie Hearn on Joseph Parker beating Wilder. I said in the build-up, I don't rate him. Wilder had no idea, no clue. Wow. He lost 120, 108. Lost every round. And he's there at the end. Stop. Putting his hand up, saying he's won the fight. Shameless. He's not right. In the head, I assume. Eddie Hearn's getting at. That's the reality. It was the most one-sided heavyweight fight I've ever seen. Come on now. Come on now, Eddie, man. Come on. Come on, Eddie. I wouldn't mind Eddie Hearn dropping these lyrics if he wasn't the one to promote David Haye versus Fraudley Harrison. I know it was probably 15 years ago, but come on, Eddie. Do you know what I'm saying? All due respect, mate. Certain promoters might be able to say this was the most one-sided fight they've ever seen. Not you, buddy. Yeah? Because you promoted Haye versus Fraudley. That was the most one-sided waste of space I've ever seen. Truthfully, respectfully speaking. It's ruined our plans for the AJ fight. We've got to go back into the changing room and let AJ know Wilder has lost to Parker. The future is not Deontay Wilder. Interesting. Anywho, let's take it from the top then. Yeah. In my last video I discussed this. I didn't rate Wilder. Putting his hand up and celebrating like he did some. That was cringe. Truly cringe. He didn't even try and make it a good fight. It wasn't even entertaining. There was no desperate. I mean, I hate to sound. What's the word? A lot of people talk about history, right? Oh, the old timers. And yes, sometimes it takes fireworks to make great fights. Wilder himself has been in great fights. Some people put the Wilder versus Fury 3 fight up there in historical terms. So I'm not sure. Maybe some of you might know, but people think about Hagler and Hearns, right? Did Tommy Hearns ever go outside? Did he ever have a fight where he didn't show that dog? I don't know enough about the sport, just to conclude. I'd like to think there's some people who always give it their best, no matter what. And that's why I respect Errol Spence. Now again, Errol Spence hasn't been tested a whole bunch, but it's difficult to win it, because Wilder, to be fair to him, Wilder showed the same spirit Errol Spence did in the Fury fights. But it's what you're doing. Was Wilder not up for this fight? I don't know. Clearly not. Clearly he wasn't up for this fight. I think he fought, like most of us did. I think he believed the bookies. Wilder was favourite, not to win. He was actually favourite for the KO, which is very rare. Most fighters are favourite to win, but Wilder, the biggest odds were not Wilder on points. It was Wilder for a KO. Clearly he bought into them. Is it an oversight? I don't know. But what happened to just going in there, yeah, and leaving it all on the table? Why is that not valued? Especially these guys, they talk all the talk, right? Oh man, you know, I'm the most feared in the division. What happened to that? There was nothing fiery about it. You know what I'm saying? He looked like a big useless daddy long legs. Imagine a daddy long legs, yeah, without no legs. Listen, some people are scared of spiders. I don't particularly like them, but the scary ones, yeah, the ones with long legs and they run real quick. Wilder looked like a big, gangly daddy long legs, but with no legs, aka useless, right? Don't get me wrong, the long gangly legs was there, long gangly arms was there, but they weren't doing none. It's a bit like, I don't know, if you took a big daddy long leg spider, yeah, picked all the legs off and put them next to it, all the legs would be there, right? But it'd be useless. You see what I'm going with this one? That's what Wilder looked like. He'd had his legs and arm pinged off him, so he couldn't use them, and just put next to him. Useless. Good for nothing. A daddy long legs without no legs connected. Useless is what he looked like. And then all of a sudden, it's amazing, like, it's all of a sudden, after putting on a performance where he looked like he had no arms and legs, after the fight, all of a sudden, his arms are all active. Ooh, put my hands up in the air. It's a bit like AJ in the second Usyk fight. Or the second one? Yeah, the second one. He loses. Didn't show too much energy and passion. After the fight, he gave the rah-rah. After the fight, he full of beans. After the fight, he suddenly found his arms. Yeah, don't be dashing belts. Dash your fists at man. Small man at that, right? Don't save the energy for after the fight to try and politic. Oh, I won the fight. Come on now. Anyway, Eddie Hearn says, it's ruined our plans. Now, this is not controversial, but we're getting mixed messages on this one. Why? Well, AJ's saying he's still up to squabble with Wilder. I tend to agree. However, next, does it make sense next? Not as much as it did, obviously. Where would AJ go from here, though? There's rumours of Hrgovic. Why Hrgovic? Hrgovic gets him back into the title line. Who's WBC mandatory, though? Maybe AJ should go that route. Who is WBC mandatory? In fact, you know what? I'll talk about it on another day. The fact of the matter is, I tend to agree. The Wilder fight right now don't make sense. I need to see Wilder get a dub back. Equally, though, it could be a smart play for AJ to get Wilder now, whilst he's super sweet. But really, from a sport point of view, from my point of view, I like to see people on fighting. Yeah, AJ's popping, Wilder's popping. That's when I want to see it. I don't really want to see, well, he a bit washed up. Why? Or in particular now, I think AJ beat Wilder. Certainly based on last night, but I actually want, if AJ's good enough to beat Wilder, yeah, I want him to get full credit. I don't want people saying, well, you only beat him, look at Parker beat Wilder too, right? So what does that mean? I want to see Wilder come back, knock out a Joe Joyce potentially, knock out a Dubois, knock out a Miller, knock out any of these middle to upper level guys, and then say, I'm back, I slipped up, let's get it. And also, I don't like the Wilder fight for AJ anyway right now, because I feel like AJ, for the first time in 4 or 5 years, just found some momentum under Ben Davidson. I want to see him build on that. I think the Hrgovic fight makes sense. AJ versus Hrgovic. Hrgovic for me, Zhang's already beat him. Hrgovic, he's not a massive puncher, he's a solid boxer, right? I think that's a nice setup. AJ's just demolished Wallin, Hrgovic, why not? It's not like he looks unbeatable. Now, Zhang's a top level guy, a bad dude, right? But still, Zhang's beat him. Yeah, it's not on paper, but Zhang put him down. Zhang's serious. I believe AJ and Hrgovic have sparred in the past as well. So that's the fight I want to see. The Wilder fight, I agree, is cooked. Would I watch it in 3 months? Yes. But I'd rather watch it in 6 months when things are really kicking off. But yeah, obviously AJ right now, Eddie Hearn right now and Team AJ, they're laughing all the way they're not laughing all the way to the bank. They're down bad right now. They've not blown it. It'll come. Hopefully it will come. Hopefully Wilder isn't completely fallen off. If he is completely fallen off, then we've lost that opportunity of a lifetime. Not of a lifetime, but it was a great fight, right? We all wanted to see it. Even 3 months ago we wanted to see it. Even people who thought, like myself, Wilder going to start AJ, we wanted to see it. Now, that element's gone. Now it's like, AJ going to light his ass up. But I want to see the fight when it's kind of like, wow, Wilder could knock him out, Sparko. Because right now, as it stands today, Wilder ain't knocking no one out, Sparko. That's for sure. But in 6 months' time, if AJ goes in there and stops Hrgovic, for example, and Wilder's come back and knocked out Dubois or Joe Joyce, for example, then it's like, okay, Wilder slipped up, AJ's found his head again, and it's all on. It's on like Donkey Kong. But let's see how it plays out. Let me know your thoughts. Smash the like button, subscribe, and leg off the bell 100%. No doubt.